we are with Hannah Elless, who is playing Joon in Benny and Joon the musical. I saw this at NAMP, and
you did?
were amazing, yes. I have been in love with you and the show since I saw this. How has it changed from NAMP?
Well, at NAMP, you only got to see 45 minutes of it. And honestly, I think even at NAMP, they were completing the show as 2 acts with one intermission in the middle. So it's done. It's finished. I guess the biggest thing is if we've, completed a whole show. But the changes are amazing. And I think the biggest thing is people are surprised at how funny it is.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I thought it was amazingly tuneful and funny when I first saw it.
Good.
So I wanted to take it originally, and I thought it should have moved to Broadway instantaneously. So I'm very excited to watch it.
From your lips.
Now, I know you did Bright Star, but what else have you been doing in the interim between Benny and Joon?
You know what? I've been doing a lot of plays, actually. Don't tell anyone. They let me do both plays and musicals. So I've been doing a lot of plays. I worked at Classic Stage Company this past year. And then I've also done some film. I'm in a film right now called Nora Ephron Goes to Prison, and it's an indie film. It's in the film festival circuit. And anyway, so I'm watching that go through its year of film festivals and working on this now.
Have you also done the TV circuit?
You know what? I've done more film than TV in this past year. I have done TV before. I'm on The Deuce, if you've seen The Deuce, and I did Glee when it was around. But this year, it's been more film.
What of Joon is like you?
That's a great question. She plays the ukulele. I think is the biggest thing, is she's musical. But also, she has a good heart underneath, but she struggles with forgiveness in this piece. And I know certainly in my life I've struggled with forgiveness. And in this show, by the end of the story, you see a family that's willing to forgive themselves and forgive each other. And that's something I can really closely relate to.
And what has it been like to develop an original role? Granted, it's from a film, but you're getting to take it out of that box.
Yeah, it's the best. It's my favorite thing ever. I mean, it's fun to go do revivals and to look at shows that we know in a different way, but the most exciting work is to create something new, in my opinion. So getting to be inspired by the film, certainly if you love the film, you'll love this show. It's very true to, I think it's 1993, right, the film? But also we've expanded it and expanded the characters, and it's been a joy to get to create something from scratch, and obviously a character that I get to play Joon, and she deals with mental illness. She deals with schizophrenia. So diving into that world of mental illness and what it is to live with a broken reality for much of your existence, it's been joyful and terrifying and completely life-giving, I would say.
Have you had a chance yet to do it in front of an audience where people have been schizophrenic in the audience?
Yes, actually, that's a great question, and I have, because this went out of town to the Old Globe Theater in San Diego, and we would have talkbacks, and we had people who raise their hand and say, I deal with schizophrenia, and or other people who are bipolar, who deal with depression and anxiety, but specifically people who deal with schizophrenia. And I got to talk to them and talk to them about their experience, and I think they were really happy to be represented on stage, because the show isn't about schizophrenia. The show is about a brother and sister, and she happens to have schizophrenia. And it's full of hope and life. Usually when we see schizophrenia in media or art, it's very extreme, right? We see either...
We don't see real people.
Right. We see, murderers, or we see brilliant, minds like John Nash, and just to see a regular old girl who just wants to live a life that's happy.
And what would you like audiences to take away from seeing this show?
Oh, I'd like them to take away, I'd love them to leave the show and call their mom or their dad, or call their brother or their sister, and have a greater appreciation for family and more empathy for themselves and for the world. That would be the best.